All right, Brendan, who do we have joining us on the podcast this week?
Well, we have the U18 North East BCA Female Predators hockey team who just collected a silver medal at Wit Fest in one of the divisions in the female category. And with us on the chat that I had with them, we had Kenzie Bragg, the goaltender, Captain Cadence Eyre, as well as one of the assistant captains and defenseman Annika Lekstrom. Also had Northern Capital graduate Maria Eyre, as her younger sister is on the team. She's coaching this group of girls along with Len Potvin, so had a chance to connect with Maria. She played last year with the McEwen Griffins as well, along with a stint at NAX just prior to that. And here's our chat with all four players, as well as the coach, about the experience at Wit Fest and coming away with a silver medal. Well, welcome back to the Hockey North podcast. Here with me now, we have a full house this week. We have four members of the U18 North East Predators female A hockey club. They came back from Wit Fest with a silver medal in the gold division female category. Congratulations on the silver. Just coming up a goal shy in the gold medal game, but with me now, Annika Lekstrom, affiliate player defenseman. I've got Kenzie Bragg, along with assistant coach and Northern Capitals alum Maria Eyre, as well as Cadence Eyre. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
Well, first off, Wit Fest has come and gone. All of you captured a silver medal in that recent tournament. Even though the gold would have been a little bit better, how much of a thrill is it for all four of you, or I guess your whole team rather, to come away with a silver medal in such a prestigious tournament?
Annie, you got this one.
Okay. It was it wasn't a surprise for us. We've been putting in the work to make things happen, so we felt pretty accomplished when we came home with silver. Of course, coming home one goal shy of gold really isn't the greatest feeling, but I think we're all really proud of what we did, especially with a lot of new players on the team this year. We really had to put in that work.
Kenzie, you were between the pipes for your team as the goaltender. What's that experience like, playing against a lot of the best programs within your age group at that tournament? There's a lot of teams there. It's a lot of exposure for communities and teams such as yours. It's got to be pretty gratifying to be out there.
Yeah, it can get a little bit overwhelming sometimes, but like doing it a lot, it gets pretty normal. So, yeah, I don't have much to. I'm kind of used to playing. So.
Now, Cadence, you're the captain and one of the forwards on this team. What seemed to click for this team while you were at the tournament?
Power play, we got a lot of good chances there. There was a lot of chemistry between the lines that were set. So, and we had some new players helping us out from the Yukon. So it was a good group.
Yeah, you've got quite the area to draw from. You're based obviously northeast and the Peace region all over, but you were able to dip in the Yukon, as you say. How are you able to get all these kids together from all these communities, all within your region, to come together and play hockey? I would imagine it can be the logistics have to work out perfectly for practices and games and that kind of commitment.
I would say it's a lot of hard work from Len Potvin. He puts in the work to recruit all these girls, and of course all these girls want to come together and play high level together. So I think it's just being able to pick out these girls that all are willing to play together and can make it to the same tournaments. So yeah, a lot of that goes to Len.
Yeah. I think you had a similar result a couple of years ago in the same tournament, because I was talking to Len about this, and there's a lot of pride with this program, and a lot of the kids that are playing at this level uh, have gone on to success, whether it's, the Northern Capitals, the academies. There are a lot of good players that have come out of your program and this corner of the province. Do all of you kind of see that this team as maybe a bit of a stepping stone to bigger and better opportunities out in the north?
Yeah, I do. I believe that we have Kenzie, who is affiliated with the Northern Capitals, as well as Cadence. So I do think that, especially for Kenzie, she's taking her opportunities to use this as a building year to move on to a higher level herself, and she's putting in the work for that. And yeah, I'm sure all the younger girls want to move off and find and build their.
Because you're from this area too, Maria. You've played for the Capitals. You played probably with the Predators growing up. You played university. Haley Armstrong's from this area. She's now playing at Bemidji State. So it says quite a lot about your area that you can still, you can get to where you want to go, even in some of the more rural pockets of the province, such as yours.
Mhm.
I'm going to go around the horn here to talk about how you would all best describe yourselves as players and how you all started playing the game.
I guess I'll go first. I started playing when I was quite young. I think I was 7. I just really got into it because my older siblings were into hockey and I saw them playing and I thought that that would be a really good opportunity for me. I would describe myself probably as more of like a physical player. I'm a defenseman. I don't really like to move away from being defense, although I do play offense sometimes too. I see myself as more of a protector on our own end.
Kenzie?
Do you want to go, Cadence? I'm still thinking of what to say.
I started after seeing Maria play. Kind of inspired me a little bit. I don't remember what year. I think it was U13, like second year maybe. I don't really remember. Um, I'd say I'm just like a Len likes to call me a power forward. So I don't know, goal scorers most of the time, but I'm also there to protect if needed.
Yeah, so I started playing goalie 2 years ago. This will be my third year. Kind of got forced into it, and at first I wasn't a big fan, but I grew to love it, and now it's my favorite thing to do for a sport. And yeah, stop the puck as much as I can, try to improve as much as I can.
Mhm.
Love my teammates, so they're really supportive. Yeah.
Is there any goalies that you emulate, whether it's professional women's hockey league, the Canadian national women's national team? Are there any NHL goalies that you try and look up to it and try and model your game after?
Um, I don't really have an ideal one. I'll find like everybody like as an idol, anybody that's better than me, because I find them that I want to be just like them and improve. So improve, yeah.
Annika, I just is there anybody that you like to pattern your game after on defense?
I wouldn't say I necessarily have an idol on defense. Obviously, I have favorite players, but a lot of the time everybody just looks at the goal scorers, so not sure if I would have a specific idol to name.
There any players that you watch?
Oh, I love watching PWHL, the rivalry series. Marie-Philippe Poulin, obviously. She's one to watch. Hillary Knight. They're all very, very complex players.
Yeah. Cadence?
I've always liked to watch Sidney Crosby. Just kind of grew up that way. So
Mhm. I guess sticking to that point, let's just talk about the expansion or I guess the explosion of the women's game. Professional women's hockey leagues in its second year, you're seeing a lot of northern players play U Sports, ACAC. Some of them are taking the academy route, but a lot of them are playing collegiately in university as well. I even had Hunter Mosher on a couple of weeks ago, who's playing professional in Sweden. Um, how much of that, those added opportunities now, especially with the PWHL in its second year, how much of that inspires you to keep going and know that there is a higher level for a lot of you players to get to if that's what you want to do?
Does
I
anybody want to go first?
I'm just gonna put it. I think it's definitely inspirational, especially like the growth of the game now. Um, because when I was younger, even like university level, like I had no idea that there was roots like that for girls hockey until like first year caps. I Paige Outhouse committed to UPEI, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know that was even like a path. like, but yeah, I think that now that the game has grown so much more, it's definitely benefiting these younger girls that they're aware and they have their own professional league to watch.
I agree with Maria. It really is inspirational, especially for the younger girls coming up, the ones that are younger than us. They get to see girls that are our age succeed and move on to like these higher levels, play collegiate, play university, move up, dream. They can dream of the PWHL, and that's something really new for us. So I think it's really great.
Kenzie?
Yeah, I think it's great that this is a new thing that's came from last year, and it's inspired a lot of girls. I think it's a great new way to start for the PWHL and younger girls to play.
Cadence?
It's awesome to see. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just pretty inspiring knowing that there's finally somewhere to a final goal. So
Did all of you kind of play, grow up together and kind of play through the minor hockey system and just kind of graduate through the different levels to get to this U18 team? Or did a lot of you kind of take, somewhat different paths in order to get to this U18 Predators program?
I feel like we took somewhat different paths. Like personally, I played Predators when I was younger, and I took a few years off to play some Team BC volleyball. But when that opportunity was no longer presenting itself, I came back to the Predators in my first 18 year and I started working my way back up. So I feel like I took an alternate route through the minor hockey system.
Yeah. Kenzie?
Yeah, I started with U13 boys, and then I moved on to the female house team, and then I went to U18 Predator females.
Mm-hmm. Cadence?
I've been playing Predators for a long time. I've never really taken a break year. There was one year where I was playing, it was when it was like a half
Travel team.
a travel team. And so I was playing mixed boys house, girls house, and Predators at the same time. So it was a pretty filling schedule, but then it turned to a full-time team. So I've stuck to it since.
What was that experience like, kind of playing with those different kind of age groups and being on that travel team? How do you feel that might have helped you in your development?
Well, just seeing like the different skill levels between everyone. I don't know, having that many more people to play with and gain chemistry with, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
The travel team really gave us like extra experiences because we got to develop with the guys, but then we also got to go to tournaments and bond with our fellow female players. Really built a lot of relationships for us.
Mhm. Now, you mentioned, Annika, that you played volleyball for a few years. How do you feel that playing a different sport, kind of helped you in terms of your hockey development? A lot of times there's this argument of, playing the same sport year round, and then there's a lot of people, a lot of traditionalists that say, you should, play different sports to kind of improve your athleticism hand-eye coordination and all the other things. And a lot of the times the things that you learn in other sports can be applied to hockey and the other way around. How do you feel that helped you?
I feel that playing multiple different sports throughout my childhood, it really did help my athletic development. My time playing volleyball led me to the Team BC program, where I went to the BC Summer Games and a couple of other events. And I think that really helped me to motivate myself. That was the time I discovered I'd like to work on high performance athletics. And that led me to high performance officiating for hockey. And that really gave me a different view of the game. So I feel like without volleyball, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Yeah. Did either you, Kenzie, or Cadence play any other sports growing up? And how do you feel that maybe benefited your hockey development?
I didn't really play any other sports. I more just focused on hockey a lot.
Mhm. Okay.
I played a little bit of soccer and then I played basketball from like grade 4 to 7, but I don't really have a good enough memory to relate the two.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Maria, you're back coaching with your hometown program after playing last year with McEwen. You played for the Northern Capitals. What is it like for you to come back home, give back to this team, the same team that your sister's a captain and a forward on? What does it mean to you to kind of give back, be that mentor, and give that guidance to those players that are looking for that direction on, taking that next step up in their hockey journeys?
It means a lot, especially that I get to be around my family since I've been away for quite a few years. But no, I love how much the game is growing. I love being able to share my experiences, my knowledge, and just be able to just help them become the best that they can become this season. And yeah, a lot of growing on my part too, because I am seeing the game from a totally different perspective now. Um, but yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, you've played with some pretty good players. You were on that line there with Haley Armstrong, Brooklyn Hutchings on that line a couple of years ago when you went deep all the way to the finals. What was it like to play on a line like that, on a team like that? You also had Cameron Ward, Abby Bryant, Keegan Goulet, and there's Stacia Hebert, I believe, was a rookie on the team. Like, a very good core there in that last year, and you kind of grew up together because it was the same group for those 2 to 3 seasons. What was that like for you?
It was super special. Um, they're still some of my best friends to this day. And yeah, it was just a really cool experience to be with girls that were just equally as talented and wanted the same. We all wanted the same result, and um, yeah, it was a super special group that just stuck together through the years, and yeah, wanted to accomplish the same things.
Do you feel like inspired by your older sister Cadence, watching her play at a high level, playing with skilled players, and going on to McEwen, Northern Alberta Extreme, that kind of light a fire under you to kind of want to push for the same kind of goals and achievements?
Yeah, I've always had a dream of it. It was great growing up, seeing her as a role model, kind of she has the experience. So if I need help with anything, it's nice to have someone to go to all the time. So yeah.
What's the furthest that all of you travel for a game on a typical schedule for your team? What's the furthest, and do either of you have a favorite road rink or road city to play in?
What is the furthest? Well, last year we did get to go to Seattle, but this year I think it's been maybe Penticton for tournaments.
We go to the island for
Oh, yeah.
provincials in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to the Lower Mainland a lot. We go to Vancouver, Richmond, all that kind of fun stuff. Last year, we did get to go to Seattle. That was amazing, playing internationally. This year, I'd have to say my favorite arena is probably Great Plains in Calgary. I really like the sunlight. It has a really good atmosphere in it.
Yeah. Kenzie?
Mine's gotta be the same with Annika. It's really beautiful there. The arenas are very nice.
Yeah. Do you feel that and we talked to a lot of the northern teams and northern players about this, more specifically the Cougars and the Spruce Kings, because they're the two major junior franchises in our region that have the most eyes on them. And they talk about how the long road trips, the long bus trips kind of build character, team bonding, all those sort of intangibles that you need to have a successful team year in and year out. Uh, Do all of you kind of feel the same way when you're on the road on those long trips, being together for long periods of time? Is the feeling, kind of mutual, even at your level?
Yeah, I feel like the feeling is very mutual for us. Spending so much time together because our road trips are so long, especially trying to contact other high-level female teams. We spend so much time as a team, and I think that is where our team development really comes from, all of our bonding. It's just a lot of time together. It gets hard on all of us academically and stuff because we're gone so much, but we never get those experiences with our teammates. We can never give them up. They're always there for us. So it's great.
Kenzie?
Yeah, I have to agree. It does affect a little bit with grades and stuff, but overall, you're able, like, if your teachers understand and stuff, it's very helpful, and your teammates are already there to support you always. So it's very nice. Very good bonding.
Cadence?
Um, well, for different trips and stuff, there's always different experiences. Like this past weekend, we all did a scavenger hunt. It was really fun. Always getting to room with each other, new people every weekend, and it's just really like you get to talk to everyone and build your own relationships. So
Mhm. Now,
Being
where do you play most of your home games?
Taylor, you're in Taylor.
Taylor? Yeah. Yeah. And how far is that of a drive is that for most of you?
Mm, I'd say about half our team is from Dawson Creek, so it's about 45, 50 depending on the roads. And
Yeah.
then it's 15 minutes away from Fort St. John, so it's not too far.
Mhm. Any other goals or accomplishments that either of you want to set out for yourselves between now and the end of the year? The holiday break is just around the corner, and you got the second half of the season right after that. But is there anything else kind of on your checklist that you kind of want to tick off and kind of excel at either personally or as a team before the season is over?
I'd really like to see some gold sooner or later because we haven't gotten that chance yet. Well, we've had some chances, but we've fallen short every time we've had. So I'd like to see that at one point.
Do you have any tournaments left?
I'm definitely
We're going to Penticton this upcoming weekend or 2 weekends from now, and I'm hoping we can see that
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Annika?
Yeah, we're headed to Kamloops and a whole bunch of places. I feel like my goals are very similar with Cadence. I'd really like to see this team push for gold. Last year we came home with a lot of gold, but we have a lot of newer players, so we're putting the work in to get back to gold. And I feel like we can get there. We're just about there. We just keep getting really weird bounces and weird luck.
Kenzie?
Yeah, mine's got to be the same. I hope we can work on that and communication together as a team. So that's my big main thing.
There any technical aspects to your game as a goaltender that you want to work on?
Um, Definitely playing the puck more and things like that because I get very nervous from playing the puck or anything. I'm always like, oh, they'll go get it, but I know I can help them and make it easier for them to get the puck and stuff. I've been improving on that a little, but I would like to keep working on that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining me here on the podcast this week, and good luck the rest of the way, and maybe we can do it again sometime in the future.
Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Thank you for having us.
Great.
All right. How do you think that went? That was my interview segment with the U18 North East BC Female Predators collecting a silver medal at Wit Fest. Thank you very much for Cadence, Kenzie, as well as Annika and Coach Maria Eyre on the segment. Caught up with this program a couple of once last year during our first season where they collected a similar result at Wit Fest. And nice to see a team in the Peace region collect a very good result at this Wit Fest tournament. It's growing each and every year. And for a team like that in the Northeast to come away with a favorable result and come away with a silver medal and just, show some pride in North. It's a team that plays out of Taylor, made up of kids at Dawson Creek, Fort St. John, and all over that area. Just nice to see them get the results and get the recognition too.
Yeah, and I mean, and from that region, we've seen, well, that part of the region, I should say, we have seen a lot of very good hockey players come through and playing for this program. And it's really cool to be able to get in touch with these programs in the smaller communities here in the north and just keeping in tabs with how they're developing their players and what they're achieving.
Yeah, and some of these players that go through that program end up playing for the Northern Capitals. One of the best examples, of course, being Haley Armstrong, who we mentioned earlier on in this podcast episode. And just nice to catch up with that group again. So once again, congrats, Predators, on a good season so far, and keep it up the rest of the season. And with that, here goes another episode here for the Hockey North Weekly here for myself. Here's Tyler Lizotte, and we'll be back at it next week.